One fine spring morning, Brahma and Vishnu, during their daily morning walk, bumped into each other.
Namaskar, Vishnu. It is a great pleasure to see you. I don't see you much these days. What keeps you so busy?
Brahmaji, namaskar. My job is not like yours, where you create something and you are done with it. I have to pick up the pieces where you leave off. I have to constantly think about how to maintain what you create. It is a 24-hour job.
Vishnuji, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. How difficult could it be to maintain something after it's already been created? Creation, on the other hand, is a painful process. I have to constantly think of new colors, designs, forms, shapes, and attributes to make sure that this universe doesn't become monotonous and boring.
Brahmaji, what can I tell you? As a creator, you are merely a dreamer. You do not know much about reality. I alone have the power to make real with what you create. Without me, your dreams would simply remain as dreams.
With all due respect, Vishnuji, I must point out to you that my so-called dreams are the very basis of reality. This entire universe is my creation, and there is no reality beyond this universe.
Brahma and Vishnu's friendly chatter is rapidly turning into heated argument. Vishnu is clearly getting annoyed at Brahma's arrogance about his superiority of the work of his work as the master designer of this universe. It seems they have dropped the respectable address of Brahmaji and Vishnuji and started calling each other names.
Brahma, think rationally about how your idea becomes creation. Creation is only perceived as reality when it exists in time and space. For your creation to exist in time and space, I have to maintain it. If I do not maintain it, it dissolves into nothingness at the very moment it was created. Therefore, reality is what I maintain, and not what you create.
Vishnu, I always knew you had no imagination. That is why you remain just a mere maintenance man, whereas I am the sole creator of this wonderful universe.
A maintenance man? You dare to call me the sustainer of this entire universe a mere maintenance man? Don't you know that there is nothing in this universe that can exist without me? Therefore, I am the supreme father of this universe, not you.
Vishnu, don't be ridiculous. It is I who is the supreme father of this universe. It is I who is the sole creator of this wonderful universe. A father is one who maintains, creates, and not one who maintains.
The argument is gradually turning into a quarrel, and a large crowd has started gathering around them to enjoy this tamasha.
What's going on here? Who are these people?
It looks like these two people are having some kind of an argument.
Argument? It seems like they're going to punch each other. Don't you know who they are? They're not just ordinary people. They're Brahma and Vishnu.
Brahma and Vishnu, the cosmic mind, who is the creator of this entire universe, and Vishnu, whose power of activity is sustaining it, they are fighting?
And I thought they were great friends who worked together as a team.
Oh, so you are the supreme father of this universe? Let me see how long you remain the supreme father once I stop maintaining this universe.
Don't be short-sighted. How long do you think you will keep your job as the maintenance man if I stop creating?
Oh no, it seems like a fight between these two will bring pralaya to this universe. All the beings are trembling with fear of death. There is only one thing that they can do at this time. Pray to the Lord of Lords, Mahadeva.
Oh Lord, please help us. If the feud does not stop, it will bring death upon all of us.
Let us pray to Mahadeva. He will surely save us from this impending disaster.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Look at the beauty of this universe. All things are living in harmony with one another. Brahma's creative genius and Vishnu's infinite power of sustenance have created this wonderland in time and space for the amusement of all beings to enjoy.
Prabhu, Brahma and Vishnu could create this wonderland for the amusement of our children only because of you. In your infinite compassion, pervades this entire universe as its substance.
Nothing is possible without teamwork. This universe is the product of the cooperative efforts of Brahma, Vishnu, and myself. No one is more important than the other. The progress of this universe is only possible if all beings act in the spirit of Yajna.
Trahimam, Trahimam, Trahimam Prabhu. This world is coming to its end. There will be pralaya and everything will be destroyed.
Narji, calm down. What happened? Why are you such a panic today? Did you lose your way? You normally run into Hari Narayan and Michael for help whenever you're in trouble. How come you are sincere to the austere Kailash today?
Mate, why do you make me feel so ashamed at this difficult time? This Sevak is a devotee of both Hari and Har. This situation is so serious that only Mahadeva can save these three worlds from total destruction.
Narji, you certainly have lost your way. You came to Shiva, the Lord of Destruction, seek out to prevent destruction?
Mate, please have patience for this humble Sevak's ignorance. In this universe, I've observed that destruction is prerequisite for creation. Therefore, Mahadeva is as involved as creating as Brahma and Vishnu.
Nalaji, please, try to tell me what the problem is without being so melodramatic.
Prabhu, it all began when Brahma and Vishnu started arguing about who is more important than the other. The argument is quickly turning into a heated feud. Both refuse to do their important duties in order to teach each other a lesson. This will create havoc in the universe and eventually pralaya. We have already started to experience the side effects in mythological from Brahma and Vishnu's feud. I have brought you a video vision from a current newscast for you to review.
This is Mythological Broadcasting Corporation, keeping you up to date on all mythological affairs where currently there's nothing but trouble and disaster. Illegal scholars have been puzzled by the sharp increase in frivolous copyright cases in the recent years. Most of these have involved the professionals in the creative fields. The architect of the Universal Tower, the tallest structure in America, has filed a lawsuit against the building for credit for its creation. The architect has contended that as the designer of the tower, he should be the sole recipient of the credit for its creation. The building owner, however, will sustain on which the tower is erected and not the by the constructor. Another said that the designer of the interspace copper station has claimed the right to have the majority of the property from the vendor, pretending that the interspace station is only possible for this company. Our legal correspondent admitted he has worms. So the Rishi, what is happening? Why do we have this garage?
Akash. The court cases are swamped with such cases, and the legal system is gridlocked. But the real concern is that the court cases are just the tip of the iceberg. The Federation has no idea about the actual magnitude of the problem. Not only design professionals, but people from all walks of life are engaged in arguments about who is greater and more important. Even within the families, husbands and wives have been observed to have similar problems. It is reported that a nice young couple that had recently decorated a wonderful little house divorced over an argument about whose idea it was.
Is there any indication of what is causing this problem?
The Science Foundation of the Federation has determined that some kind of cosmic radiation is affecting the human mental attitude and destroying the sense of cooperation and mutual respect.
Is it connected with the depletion of ozone layer over the mythological?
This radiation is in the form of strong mental vibrations, and scientists believe its effect is more related to the depletion of the karmic cover over an individual than the depletion of the ozone layer over the mythological.
So, Risshi, what can people do to protect themselves from this terrible radiation?
Akash. The sages of India recommend a very simple and inexpensive remedy, which is found to be very effective. They recommend practicing introspection and meditation to improve one's mental immunity towards external radiation.
Thank you so much, Risshi, for this wonderful report and great insight onto the problem, onto history.
The situation is very serious. I must take immediate action.
Where Brahma and Vishnu are standing changes to a storm and lightning with the wind howling. A big bang is heard and a pillar appears out of nowhere. Brahma and Vishnu get stunned by the appearance of the pillar and forget their fighting.
Brahmaji, where did this pillar come from? When did you create it? I do not remember you ever asking me to sustain it. Are you having some other deva sustain it? I thought I had an exclusive right to sustain your entire creation.
Vishnu-ji, don't jump to conclusions. Why should some other deva sustain anything in my creation when you do it so well? To tell you the truth, I don't know where this pillar has come from. I have certainly not created it.
If you have not created it, and I am not maintaining it, then what is it? I cannot see the beginning or the end of it. It seems like its base is deep in Patal.
And I wonder how high in the sky its head is. I shall find my Swan Air Express and rise over the clouds to find its head.
And I shall ride on my boar and dig deep into the ground to find its beginning.
Vishnu, on his boar, dug deep into the center of the universe, but could not find the beginning. The boar's teeth had become blunt with all the digging. It had no energy left to dig any further. Now let us see what is happening to Brahmaji. Brahma is flying above the clouds as high as his swan can rise, but there seems to be no end to this pillar. Suddenly, a yellow cavido flower is found falling down from above.
Namaskar, Kitaji. How are you? It seems like you're coming from a great height. Where are you coming from?
Oh, I do not know what height I'm coming from, but it seems like an eternity since I fell from the head of this great one.
Oh, so you know where the head of this pillar is? Please tell me how high it is from here.
Brahmaji, I don't know, but it is nowhere near where my imagination can go. I have a vague notion that tells me somewhere in the beginning of time, I used to reside on the head of this great one.
I don't know what to do. If I go back by finding the head of this pillar, Vishnu will certainly ridicule me as a dreamer and not the doer. I would have been able to find the head of this pillar, but the swan is tired. I won't take this cave of flower with me to the head of this pillar. It seems to know where it is. Keitaji, you must be really very important to reside at such a great height. You must be tired of this long downward descent from the head of this pillar. Come drive with me in the Swan Air Express. We shall go back down to earth and meet my good friend, Vishnu, and tell him all about the highest place in the universe, which only you and I know about.
Brahma comes down and tells the false story of how he reached the top of the pillar. Vishnu refused to believe him. Brahma asks Kevido to corroborate his story. Kevido, under the influence of Brahma's flattery, lied and gave false testimony of Brahma's visit to the highest place in the universe.
Brahma, the supreme creator, and Vishnu, the supreme sustainer, have forgotten the real basis of this reality. Brahma, you may fly as high as you can in the Chidakush, but you will never find the real basis of this reality as long as you have ego. I must annihilate your ego. For the irreparable damage you have done to the human mind, human beings will not worship you anymore. And Kevda, you, my favorite flower, lied to Vishnu, will no longer reside in my jata. Vishnu, you also forgot the real basis of this reality, but you were honest, so I shall not punish you. But you will have to time and again take incarnation on the Mrutyu-loka to contain the damage done by this feud. For that, you will be universally worshipped.
Since then, Vishnu has taken 9 incarnations. They are Matsya, Kurma, Vara, Narsimha, Vamana, Parshurama, Sri Rama, Sri Krishna, and Buddha. Kalki, the 10th incarnation, is yet to come.